When we think about playing a game these days, the words "I really fancy a blast on a decathlon" rarely seem to pop into our minds. Maybe the world has moved on and decathlons are no longer cool. Maybe we've forgotten what a decathlon is. Maybe we never even knew what a decathlon was in the first place. I think ultimately, however, the concept of controlling your sprite by frantically mashing your joystick from left to right was something which just fitted perfectly in the 80s. These were of course the early days of computer control. We barely knew what we were doing, so slamming your joystick about didn't really seem weird in the slightest. Games which gave us the ability to define keys or select between joystick and keyboard control seemed like a possibility gift from the gods. So a game which required only left, right and fire buttons was a perfect match into our unspoilt lives. And unspoilt is definitely the word, because the game took almost as long to load as a real life decathlon does to play out. But time and time again, it appeared almost by default into the WH Smith tape drive of our 128K ZX Spectrum. That loading art is seared onto my mind, and frankly I'm grateful for owning a Spectrum, having since seen what the Commodore 64 alternative looked like. At least that was one area us Specky owners could gloat about in the playground. And look at that hefty box with Thompson just running directly towards you. He looks keen. His arm does look slightly out of control, but this whole cover feels energetic. I mean, yeah, it's depicting a literally energetic pastime, but the artwork has feeling and energy, and mustache. Published and written in-house by Ocean Software in 1984, this game also appeared on several budget releases, demonstrating its appeal throughout the 80s. I mean, we all knew who Daley Thompson was, but the reason he sticks in my mind is because of this game, more than any televised event. Based really on Konami's 1983 track and field, this game plays on Daley Thompson's popularity following the 1980 and 1984 Olympic Games. The instructions speak of a 10-event simulation consisting of superb full-colour graphics and animation breathtaking entertainment. 10 staggering events for the price of one. So after entering our initials, the first event is the 100 meters, and this is where your joystick starts to break. Now this does require some consistent and fast wangling, and once you're up to speed, it's practically all over. We're quickly thrown into the long jump next, and god, this just brings back so many memories of my brother and I taking turns to rip up the track. The long jump requires precise pushing of the fire button to jump. Too late and you foul, too early and you'll fall short. And this scenario is very similar to the shot put and the high jump. Before we're then graced with the challenging 400 meters. Now this might not be as difficult to master as QWOP, but once you do, it's so much more addictive than you'd think by looking at it. This game oozes direct simplicity, and all it asks in return is a firm wrist or strong fingers and an itchy trigger finger. The second day of events presents us with hurdles, discus, a pole vault, javelin and the ultimate 1,500 meter race. And like the manual says, you really do need to conserve your energy in this one, like physically in real life. I'm not talking a game mechanic here. Although, you know, it is a game mechanic as well, as are the 3 attempts you get for each event. I often see this game on my shelf nowadays and it gets overlooked, but hearing that end music just brings back so many nostalgic feelings of pride, I think. Pride in completing the game, pride in beating my last high score. This might actually be the first game which made me feel good at what I'd achieved. All these years the game has stuck in my mind, but I've undervalued it, because the concept has just fallen by the wayside. I knew there was a reason we played it often, but memory of that reason has faded. But now I remember how significant this game was to me in my youth and what makes it a killer app for the ZX Spectrum and other 8-bit micros even to this day. I can only imagine what kind of scores we can get using the mechanical keyboards and precision controllers of today.